G'day, Rob T here. Just been given the go-ahead to work on this awesome closet insert for my son. We'll go and have a look at that now. So he's got tons of crap on the floor here. The idea is to build something in here with about 4 shelves, and I want it to come up to here and support this shelf, which is sagging already, and leave this area open so we can still hang things there if we need to, just by lowering the shelf down a bit.
Yesterday.
Hello, this is the father of your children. How can I help? Yeah, but I'm already working on... Well, you'll have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know you unsubscribed, but you'll have to subscribe again. And you'll have to pay. Yeah, but that money was for my you gave that money to me for my birthday. Oh, okay. Alright. Yep. Okay. Bye. Just been given the go-ahead to work on this awesome closet insert for my son. I started by cutting down a couple of sheets of 18mm MDF to form the side panels and the shelf at the top. I allowed for a bit of room for the carpet to compress. I allowed about 10mm, but that seems to be just a little bit too much, so I'm going to cut 5mm off the end of them. It's a nice fit now. It's pushing the shelf up a little bit, but over time that's going to push down and compress this carpet down more than it is now, and after that's all done it should still support the shelf without letting it sag at the front, and that's one of the main objectives of this piece, so I'm pretty happy with that. The next thing I'm going to do is just notch out the space for the trim here. I've measured out my hole location really carefully twice, and I've marked a spot, and I'm going to drill a little 2mm hole. Then I'm going to take the workpiece inside and just make sure I can see the mounting bracket through the hole, and then pretty tight fit. Seems to be about right. Ooh, that's tight. Damn straight. I filled the nail holes with wood filler and then sanded it flush. And for finish, I put on 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of top coat. And the primer and the top coats only take about 20 minutes to touch dry, and then you can put on extra coats after I think 2 hours is the recommendation, but you can do it much sooner if you get it dry quicker. As I'm not putting a back on this cabinet, I joined it with these, I don't even know what these things are called, but these joiner things from between the 2 sides. And I joined them with 10mm dowels. Into the end grain of the MDF, I drilled 10.5mm holes on most of them, and that was to avoid splitting them with 10mm dowels. And on one of them, for some reason, I got lazy and I used a 10mm hole with a 10mm dowel into MDF end grain, and sure enough, it split the wood. For the shelves, I used the same pine edging, and I decided to use my super ugly router table to trim them flush. I was kind of curious how much mess it would make with no dust collection, and I succeeded. When it came to painting the shelves, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to paint the bottoms as well, so I put the question out there on Instagram and got some excellent answers from the pro dudes. Cheers boys, you rock! You like my new t-shirt? MaconSTUFF, awesome YouTube channel. Can't see him.